Welcome to Short Scale Modelling. My next build is this Trumpeter's DKM U-boat, the Type 7, so it's the V11C U552. Now the scale is 1/48, so this is a big build. In fact, the box is so large I had to video this over the course of 2 days when I had a bit of time, so the cadence of my voice may slightly change in the video. It's just recorded because I recorded it over a period of 2 days, so I hope you can live with that. There's a lot going on in this box, so let's jump into this and you can have a look what's inside. So first of all, I'll just take a video of the exterior before going into the interior. As I said, it's a massive kit. The box is huge. This is on one of my floors in the house, so you can get a sense of how big it is. There's my chair, a desk. It's quite big. The box art is really nice on this. Nice clear pictures, as you can see. Also comes with figures, which is really good, and some photo etched parts as well. On the other side, once I get into that, I'll just go back a little bit, and just so that you can see everything. The artwork's quite extensive on it, as you can see there, so it's well worth having a look. So on the other side, we have more extensive artwork, so that is a glimpse of what the interior is going to be looking like. Hopefully I can get it near as to that. You never know, obviously, but if the quality is anything to go with the box art pictures, I think I'm in for a treat here. So I'll look inside the U-box. Just at the bottom there, where the camera is just going slightly off camera, that's part of the hull, and the big long white box is part of the hull as well. It's all in one piece by the looks of it, the hull. I haven't taken it out of the box. It comes in 2 parts as such. You have the main hull and you have a clear perspective part, which enables you to see the interior. So I've removed the lid slightly so you can see the hull. So one side's solid plastic, the other side is clear. So now we've seen what's in the box as such, time to take everything out of the box. So I'm just going to do this one section at a time. So this is one of the bigger box parts here. That's the outer box, as you see in the kit itself. So I'm just going to go through these sprues. So first of all, in this box we have a photo etch sprue here. Don't know how many photos are in here, probably just the one. And then we have the decals. I'm not going to open these up now because I'm not going to be starting the build just yet. So the next sprue, or the first sprue in this box here. Now I'm not going to go through all in detail. It's self-explanatory what these items are. There's a lot of sprues to get through. And then also that's the bulkheads and the inner core of the walls. Here it looks like some torpedoes or something like that. What's under here, I'm not sure. I'm not going to be removing these protective strips again until I'm ready to prime and build. So pretty much the same again on this sprue, some little ladders there on wheels. And more torpedoes, so it looks like there's quite a few of those sprues here. And another one, so many that altogether so far, 4 of this type. More bulkheads here, doors, cabins, little boxes. Also there's a periscope torpedo launcher, some barrels by the looks of it, probably depth charges type things. That's got to be the periscope, I would imagine. Next one. Not quite sure what's under here. Ah, the props, well, the screws. Yeah, the aqua aerofoils. Possibly for the decking, or definitely the inside. Maybe for the drive shaft parts of it, anyway. And the last 2 sprues for this box, it's the same as the other ones. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these sprues here. I'll just show you the solids. You can definitely see, but these are all duplicate sprues. So that lens, I think these are definitely the torpedoes or missiles, whatever. So the next box here, so it's pretty much the same as the other box. You come to the first sprue. So again, the bulkhead's interior and some struts, things I would imagine. I won't really know until I get into the instructions. So we've got some. This will be for the upper part tower of the sub. Be very careful with that because that's very thin plastic. I know. Yeah, it's the bits that are getting protected are all the fragile stuff. So obviously, as I said, I'll keep this on here, but I've got some struts for bulkheads and so on. Yeah, this all looks fairly standard. The molds are really nice and clean. I mean, some of them like these are going to be a nightmare to take off. There's a lot of tech with that. You put a little bit of masking tape underneath the joints to strengthen it up, then snip it off. And that's similar to the other one, so it'll be the torpedo loaders or something like that. So next one, I'm keeping in the bag because basically there's a part that's came off the sprue, which is this part here. So that looks like a jet intake or for the screw area anyway, so I would imagine that came from there. So I want to keep that all together. And next one, so more of the protective things are we've got the mount for the screws. I haven't seen any handrails yet. Now similar this kit comes with figure, I haven't come across them yet. That's got to be the drive shaft, I would imagine. I won't know until I look at the instructions. So here comes to one of the main parts. So we've got the island or tower of the ship, one of the decks, nameplate. Got some rails underneath here. More bulkheads. Yeah, cabins. Or cabin walls, so bulkheads. And the last sprue for this lot is similar to the first one, interior walls, bulkheads, and the turning wheels for locking doors and pressure valves and so on. So this is the last main box, so you can see it's a smaller box here. And the first sprue comes in protected part, and it's clear parts, so camera can pick that out. This is for the top of the tower, by the looks of it. We'll just wrap that back up also, I don't want anything to happen to that. And then we have a set of the figures. So they're all fairly standard. I've had a quick look at them. But I might just lay them aside, and there's quite a lot of figures there to do. They're all very beautifully moulded. I haven't got my magnifying glasses on for my eyes, but there looks like there's quite a bit of detail in them. That's another one of the same. Like the old long coat for the officers. And then we have another bulkhead sprue. And more bulkheads, deck plating. I've got 2 bags here. I'm not going to open it up. This is actually the display feet for the kit, so you can get an idea of how big it's going to be. But this won't be dealt until near the end. I would imagine this is pretty much the same. I'm not sure, but or there might be some sort of engine. I don't know, but as you can hear, it's all rattling about, so I'm just going to keep that in the bag until I'm ready for it. And then the last sprue is more bulkheads. So that's all the sprues. Apart from the hull itself, and that's in the big long box, I'm not taking that out because half of it is in the clear plastic so that you can see the full interior, and I don't want to start mucking about with that until I'm ready for the build. So next we have the instructions. It's a bit of a tome. That's how thick it is. I'm not going to examine it in great detail because it would be a 4-hour long video. You know, and I haven't really looked at these yet, so this will be the first time. So we begin with a sprue map, which is always very handy. And then we go into the build. So looks like we're starting off with the torpedoes and the surrounding rooms. And a bit of bulkhead there. That looks like the periscope. Or maybe not. I have no idea. The instructions are not cluttered but alike. Hence the big book, and they look nice and precise. Nicely illustrated. Now it gets into the more complicated bits of the build for the bulkheads. Yeah. So we can see the interiors are starting to shape. Looks like some benches. I would imagine you will have the option of having them up or down. Some sort of like cargo net type thing, maybe, if it's not benches. More bulkheads. Incredible detail on this. So you can start seeing the build ramp up as such with its technicalities. That's interesting. Yeah, they've got the overhead. Look how it should be. I like that. So carrying on with this build, and then it's back to more bulkhead work, that looks fairly straightforward, and more detailing work. One of the main thoroughfares of bulkheads as well. Yeah, there's a lot to do on this, as you can imagine with a kit this size. Right, so that thing in the bag that I showed you earlier on, that was definitely the engine block. So we can see it here. The engine block itself looks like it's fairly basic to build. Yeah, you know, I suppose it would have been good to build it all in little bits and pieces. It'd be difficult, obviously, but that would have been enjoyable. But it looks like you've got the block and all the tiny bits and pieces added on to it. So more work on the interior going on here. So it looks like the interior is all getting first before we go on to the outside. So that's the tube launcher for the torpedoes. I don't know how many torpedo launchers it's got, whether it's got 2 or 4 or 8, or even 6. Oh, that's definitely the periscope there. I'll try and keep that working. And then it looks like we are starting to go towards the deck now in the build. So the central island, there's a column island, there's a call turret, I don't know. And then onto the screws and prop shafts. and mounts. The outside of the build is relatively straightforward and simple. There's not much going on to it, but it is a sub, so you won't get much going on with it. It's all going to be in the painting and detailing. And we're coming to the end now. So some handrails. And that's just the final assembly. What is found interesting there, now admittedly I've just glanced at this, so I don't really know. They haven't given you any marks about the cabling that goes on top of a sub. So it looks like I'm going to have to get some photos, or maybe just off the box, and have a look and see how that's meant to go. So next we have the painting guide. So first of all, the figures. And this is just on a main double sheet. So I'll just roll off like that. That gives you here the list of figures and what compartments they should be put in, and then of course the paints. Now the paint's listed here, Mr. Hobby, by the looks of it. Yeah, I've set it down here. Mr. Hobby and Mr. Colour. So I'll use a combination of what I normally use, Mr. Hobby, Tamiya, Level and Humbrol. I'll probably use a combination of all of them. On the other side, we've got a bit of paint guide here. So we've got the colour, Mr. Hobby, Villaggio, copied upside down. Model Master, Tamiya and Humbrol. And the Sprue map for the figures. And more of the figures here. So we've got some semi-naked figures here. I'd imagine they've just got out of their bed. And so on. Then it comes to the main paint guide. So this is ripped, unfortunately, but I'll live with that. So again, this is a book in on itself. It's quite big, and yeah, we have the colour options. So let's go through this. And while I'm going through this, also I'm going to be ending the video as soon as I do this. It's quite a long video, I do apologise for that, but it's a big massive build. Now I'm not actually going to start this build until about a month's time, maybe a little bit longer. I'm going to be on holiday soon, so once I come back, that's when I'll start the build, but I'll do a bit of prep work before that. So I thought I'd just do the video now and get it out there, see what people think, if anything, and I've got it all up and ready for when I come back. So here's the paint guide, and as I'm going, oh look at this, it's really nicely illustrated. Oh, they've got the decal guide as well, obviously, I should say. Oh, look at the lovely colours on that. Try not to skip a page. So we've got the interior. Now look at the detail they put into this interior. That's really good. I like this on the instructions. Work of art in itself, really. And it makes it very easy to follow for the painting guide as well, of course. I wish a lot more kits done this, because it makes it so much easier to build. Mind you, I suppose we don't do it for ease, we do it for enjoyment. And there we go. So as I'm going through this, if you haven't done so already, why don't you check out this channel for my other builds? If you subscribe to the channel, and please do so, make sure you hit that notification bell, because I mean this is going to be a big build and there's going to be many videos to it. So if you're interested in it, you don't want to miss any, it's important that you hit that notification bell. That way you'll be kept up to date with this entire build, as well as of course the future builds as well. Look at all these steam wheel valves here. That's awesome. Yeah, so if you subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also hit that like button as well, and leave a comment. You know, you can leave comments whatever you like, whether you like something built, advice, help on the build, or even a good ticking off. It's all good. As long as you're polite about it and not nasty, then I don't mind. Yeah, you know. But it's all good. So here we go, more of the interior. Yeah, extremely well illustrated. Oh, look at this. Wow. I don't know what you, I'm quite excited about this build after looking at this. And here's the engine. I do like the engine colour of this. Excellent. And the last page is a bit of the bulk. So once you've subscribed, clicked, possibly the comment, share the video. It's going to be a big build. So someone you may know would like to see it. Yeah, or share it with yourself, just a reminder. Hey, yeah. But as I said, I'm not going to be starting this build right away. I've got a couple of pieces to clear up. Got to clean my bench up for one thing. And once I come back for holiday, I'll start the build. So hope you enjoyed this video. The bike build is still ongoing. I've just finished that, and I'm just in the middle of editing the videos for that. So they should all be up as soon as I've done that. So I hope you carry on enjoying that build, and I'll see you on this one. So thank you all very much for watching. Bye bye.